Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something you do every single day but probably don't think twice about. We're going to follow the incredible, high-stakes journey a single web page takes to get from a server somewhere in the world all the way to the top of your search results.
So just to get a sense of the scale we're talking about, let's start with this number. When you search for something as simple as shoes, Google is sifting through hundreds of billions of web pages. That is the insane level of competition our one little web page is up against.
And yet, despite that staggering amount of information, Google can scan all of it, rank it, and give you a perfectly tailored list of results in just over half a second. It's an engineering marvel we totally take for granted.
So how in the world does this digital magic actually happen? Well, it's not magic at all, but a really sophisticated, multi-stage journey. And to understand it, we're going to follow the story of one brand new web page, from the second it's created to the moment it pops up on your screen. All right, Chapter 1. Our web page has just been published. It's live, but right now it's pretty much lost in a vast digital wilderness. Before anyone can find it, Google has to find it first. This is the first and maybe the most crucial step of its entire journey.
Now, this discovery isn't done by a person. Oh no. It's done by an army of automated programs called Google bots. You can think of them as these tireless digital explorers or spiders, constantly crawling the web's pathways to find new stuff. And they never, ever stop.
The crawler's process is super methodical. It starts with a list of pages it already knows about, and then follows all the links on those pages to discover new ones. Kind of like exploring a new city just by following all its streets. Once it finds our page, it grabs all the raw data, the text, the images, the videos, and then, and this part is key, it actually renders the page, running all the code to see it exactly the way a human would.
Okay, so our web page has been successfully discovered by the crawler. That's huge. But, just being found isn't enough. Now it needs to be understood, analyzed, and filed away so it can be found again in a split second. It's time to enter the Great Library.
Let's really dive into this analogy, because it's perfect. If crawling is like discovering every single book ever published on the internet, indexing is the process of organizing them. It's how Google takes this chaotic flood of information and builds a colossal, perfectly structured library, ready for any question you can throw at it. And at the heart of this massive library is something called the inverted index. Think of it like the ultimate card catalog, but instead of listing pages and the words on them, it lists every single word and maps back to every single page where that word appears. This little trick is the secret to Google's incredible speed.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Not every page gets a spot in this library. Our little web page has to prove its worth. Google prioritizes helpful, original, human-first content. So if our page is seen as low quality, or just a copy of something else, or if the creator has put up a Do Not Enter sign with a no index tag, it might just get ignored and never even make it onto the shelves.
So our web page made it. It's been discovered and it's been indexed. It is officially in the library. But now comes the biggest challenge of all, competing against billions of other pages the moment a user types something into that search box. Welcome to the ranking gauntlet.
This is the climax. The second you hit search, Google's algorithms just spring into action. They don't just find pages with the right words, they analyze everything about them, using over 200 different signals to figure out the best possible answer. To win, our page has to survive 4 key trials.
The very first trial is just pure relevance. Google's algorithms try to figure out the intent behind your search. Are you trying to learn something, buy something, find a specific website? Our page has to directly address that need and cover the topic well, using the right keywords naturally in its title, text, and headings.
Next up, it's judged on quality and trust. Google has this acronym for it, EEAT. Does the page show firsthand experience? Does it come from a place of real expertise? Is the site an authority on the topic? And most importantly, is it trustworthy? Our page really has to prove it's the real deal, not just a bunch of recycled facts.
The third trial is all about the experience of actually using the page. You know what I'm talking about. A slow, frustrating, or insecure website is a total dead end. Our page has to load fast, work perfectly on a phone, be secure, and just be easy to use. A bad user experience can get it kicked out of the running no matter how good the content is.
In this slide illustrates the final trial perfectly. Authority. In the online world, links from other reputable websites, we call them backlinks. They act like powerful endorsements. Each quality link is like a vote of confidence, telling Google, hey, this page is valuable. And it's not about the number of links, it's about the quality of the sites they come from.
And our webpage has done it. It's survived the ranking gauntlet. It's been chosen as one of the top results. Now there's just one final, lightning-fast step, the journey from Google's index right to your screen.
So in that tiny fraction of a second after you search, this entire sequence just happens. Google's AI figures out what you really want, instantly pulls the winners of the gauntlet from its massive index, and then customizes those results just for you, based on your location, search history, even your device, before serving up that final results page. It's incredible.
So, we followed this whole epic journey, right? From a lonely new page to a triumphant result. It's a fascinating process for sure, but why does understanding it actually matter to anybody who's creating stuff for the web?
Well, the crucial takeaway is this. Success in search isn't about secret tricks or trying to fool an algorithm. At the end of the day, as this quote says, the entire system, from crawling to ranking, is built to find and reward what's most helpful for real people. The whole journey is about proving your value to another human being.
Understanding this journey, from discovery all the way to delivery, it empowers you to create content that doesn't just exist, but actually succeeds. And as search AI gets smarter and understands things even better, this whole journey is only going to get more focused on quality. Which leaves us with a final thought. In a world of infinite information, making sure your story gets told really just means making it truly worth finding.